Finally, he sleeps here. This is part one of this week's weekly video update. This is This Week in Raid. Guys, finally he sleeps here. We're going to take a look at everything that's been going on. This is a big week in Raid. Plarium has basically come in and said we're getting the 5th anniversary and the Festival of Creation. I think it's like the creation of the game. 5 years since Raid was introduced. They've completely updated what the Bastion looks like. And it's a mess. It looks like a party ended. There's not a whole lot of people walking around. This has got to be like 8 in the morning the day after. Except for Tumult over there in the Guardian Ring juggling away. I would be nice if there was like a passed out seer on a park bench with some beer cans sitting around her and maybe Kale lying face down. Someone drew a dick on his face with a permanent marker. That's kind of what it feels to me. It's really cool what they did, but it's like the most boring festival you've ever seen because there's no one doing anything. It's just some balloons and shit. I love how they do this with the Bastion when they come in with something like that, but for this one, it was really cool in the beginning, and now I just feel depressed because this is the saddest carnival fucking ever. Okay, so with the Festival of Creation, we have the March Fusion, which is dropping in a couple of days. The Fusion is for Armand's the Magnificent, and we named him, we're basically just going to call him Russell, because he looks so much like Russell Brand that, yes, he is Russell. And before you ask, I assume he is sexually harassing all of the Dark Elves. Probably. And a few orcs right now. Yeah. He's like halfway between Russell Brand and Johnny Depp as Captain Jack Sparrow. That's what he looks like. We'll see. We'll see how this goes. Right now, we're still about 8 weeks into the free-to-play challenge from Hades, and it has been an absolute blast coming into this. And the plan is to tackle the Fusion with the free-to-play account, which will be the second Fusion we've taken on with this free-to-play program. And the first one we completed and finished, and it looked amazing. Turned out really well. So I'm pretty excited that this one should be about the same difficulty. We'll see. It's a different kind of Fusion. So if you didn't watch the video over what we're getting, it is a hybrid fragment Fusion. So what it's going to be was like, they're usually about a week and a half, and you're, instead of earning fragments towards Russell, you're earning fragments towards the 4 epics, all void, that you need to fuse into Russell. So in addition to building everything that you need for the Fusion, you're also going to need a shitload of Fusion potions and arcane potions. So when the Void dungeon opens up, you may want to hit it if you don't have, if you're not feeling a lot of the Void potions in your resources. You may need to stockpile a few more, specifically if you're a free-to-player coming into this at the beginning, level 50 to 60, and you probably don't have a whole lot of resources in those potions kind of sitting in your stockpiles. You may need to hit that, because once this thing starts, energy is going to be an issue, gems are going to be an issue, and everything. And from what we can see, Armand's is going to be a changer, a game changer for Arena for a lot of people. Not just Classic Arena, but 3v3 as well, Tag Team Arena. I see him having some more utility in other places. I mean, obviously we're going to use him in like Cursed City. He may come into play in some other of the dungeons. I haven't really kind of delved deep enough in to see where he's going to be most useful, but he is definitely he is not a skippable fusion. He is one that you're going to want to grab, specifically for the arena. The other thing is there's 8.30 update. Went live this morning. It's not open. So we got the update. It's in, but we're not really seeing the benefits of the 8.3 yet. It should go live with the fusion and when everything begins tomorrow. The 8.30 fusion, or the 8.30 update, has new progress missions, which is probably the most exciting part. And it comes with Marius the Gallant, which is like this big void legendary horseman. It's kind of weird. It's like when you see people walking down the street with those rubber horse masks and you're like, what the fuck TikTok is he making? But it's supposed to be a fantastic champion. I haven't looked at him yet. Have to wait till 8.3 comes out and then we'll take a deep look at him. They're expanding the area bonus is in the Great Hall. As part of this, which means that we're going to have to go back to live arena and start making that a higher priority. I barely deal with live arena as it is, so I need to really start focusing on live arena. There is a battle counter being added to arena because you now need 20 matches per week between resets on Sunday to stay in your division no matter what, you know, in all of arena. So you're going to have to play your arena matches every day. If you let them go and you don't get at least 20 matches in per week, you're going to lose your spot. And that's going to be, it's kind of forcing you into it, which is a good thing, which is another reason we need to go back to live arena. That is the 8.30 patch as part of it. So I'm kind of excited about not only the patch, but the fusion. The fusions are what I live for, specifically in Raid, because we run the 2-on, 2-off system to be able to complete all of the fusions without putting any money into the game. And we've been doing it on the free-to-play account. Now, I do put money into the Raid card, and the new Battle Pass just came out, so I always buy the Battle Pass. The Battle Pass it's something deep to go into. There's all kinds of challenges, the daily challenges that everybody can do, but the weekly challenges are more exciting for me than anything, just because they give so much, they give you a jump in the overall rewards, and that's a ton of resources towards the Forge, and the Forge is a big component for me in points during clan versus clan. So I kind of work it through with that. So I do buy the Raid card and I get the battle passes when they come out, the Forge passes when they are released, and that just came out as well. So that's one more thing to take a look at. Lots going on. It's going to be a grind over the next couple of weeks to make sure everyone completes this fusions and we get into it. Make sure the link is in the description for the free-to-play challenge. If you haven't been involved in it or are not following along, check it out. It has been the most exciting thing I've done in Raid since starting it. It's been a blast. Big thank you to HellHades for putting this on, and it has given me a renewed interest in running a brand new free-to-play account and seeing if all this stuff we've said was possible the last couple of years, basically proving that yes, it is possible free to play, and that's been exciting as well. That's it. I'm Finally He Sleeps. This is part 1 of this week's weekly video updates. There's 2 more parts, but they're on the other channel for FC Mobile. Make sure you check out that channel as well. Don't forget to check out Gearheads too, which is my other big channel here on YouTube, as we continue to try to push that towards monetization, is the shift in all of this YouTube content into its separate channels. Appreciate you guys and all your support. I'm Finally He Sleeps. As long as you guys keep showing up, I'll keep making videos. Thanks for watching. If you haven't noticed, my YouTube channel has expanded. Subscribe here for Raid Shadow Legends content, but make sure you check out my other channels as well for EA Sports FC, everything automotive over at Gearheads, and visit Cringeworthy for a few laughs. Subscribe links are right over there.